Today we're diving into a crucial topic for the Cavite community, flood risk management. Now we're joined by two experts, engineer Kaku Shuji and Miss Emelia Estaris, who are spearheading the flood risk management project that aims to address challenges of flooding and ensure the safety of residents. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, engineer, I want to start off with you because this is actually a long-term project. If I'm not mistaken, it started around 2009. JICA helping out a lot in terms of the studies and all of that. Can you tell us just how important, first and foremost, is this project to the Cavite area? Because if I'm not mistaken, in the project area, 3 rivers are running through this place, and 2 rivers have very low small flow capacity. So when it rains, it floods.
Yes, sir. That's correct. Because first time we moved is after the typhoon millennium. It's 2006.
Yeah.
Then we asked to move in under the JICA study in 2007 to 9. We make a master plan and the feasibility study. And we identify the 3 river basin. As from east is Imus River Basin, San Juan, and Canas. Then actually now Imus Retaining Basin, we already complete 2 retaining basin. Now we are doing the second project about the San Juan area, doing the river improvement at this moment.
Ms. Mimi, you take a look at the measures that have to be taken. It's not just structural.
Yes.
Kailangan din may coordination with the communities. Just how important is that portion of this project? Because I can talk to engineer about what they're building and the mitigation projects, but then what about the human component of this particular effort?
Okay, so let's first define what structural measures are. Structural measures reduce the magnitude of flood, area, depth, and duration. Non-structural measure is the equal counterpart of the structural measures. What we do is try to reduce the vulnerability of the community and its people and assets to the risk brought about by flood. So it's a very important component as well. We do, it doesn't build huge structures, but I'd like to think of it as building blocks in the people's minds on how to really handle flood and manage it. Because we do use knowledge, practice, and agreements to help lessen their vulnerability to flood. We do emergency management that includes evacuation, strengthening of the organizational structure in the communities, flood signages. We also do flood mapping and flood-sensitive spatial planning. And also a lot of IECs, information education campaign in the community. And what we're doing is really putting in new things, moving away from the more traditional non-structural measures like publicity for the structural measures.
Oh, like being here on the show to
Yes,
talk about
exactly.
talk about all your efforts.
So we have the structural and the non-structural components in flood mitigation. Now, who will benefit from these projects?
Actually, because structure is you need the construction. It always take a time. But meanwhile, developer in the area much faster than us. So we have to go together with non-structure to try to until structure coming. But at the time, people cannot suffer from it. Damage. So that's why non-structure is also important. And right now, now I'm doing the second stage of the second project in the San Juan. Maybe actually the inundated area, based on our study, about 630 hectares. We can, since we complete, we can reduce only less than 100 hectares. And mostly this time we are only under construction 5 LG. So it's mostly like General Trias, Noveleta, Rosario, Imus, and what I'm missing.
Yeah, emus and
Emus.
kawit.
Kawit,
Yes.
yeah, you didn't
Yes.
mention Kawit.
Do you have partner agencies for these projects?
Yes, this actually we are since the non-structural measure is also ongoing simultaneously. We are very close for the each LGU now because all the LGU, like NC engineer and the CDRMO, and also we are also coordinated with the provincial government.
Yeah.
Because it's under the provincial government governance as the chairman. We're doing it's called flood mitigation committee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we have to share all the information in the same area.
Right.
Important things during the flooding, there is no political boundary.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Water
Yes,
just goes
of
through
course.
this
Yeah, it
area.
goes through. It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
The water
Yes,
flows.
yes. That's why we have to talk all the people, and the same standard we can be. That's what we like to do this one.
Well, yeah, Mimi, you take a look at the 2009 study as mentioned. That has already
Yes.
changed. The requirements have changed because of the fact that there has been rapid expansion in
Yes.
terms of the urban population. There have also been climate change considerations here. It feels like moving yung target nyo. You have a moving target in terms of what you're trying to reach, in terms of the goals of trying to mitigate the flood. Just how has that affected your efforts, knowing that, okay, it feels like you always have to raise the bar of what you have to do to try and mitigate the floods?
Yes, we're always on the lookout for means and measures to continuously address the needs of the population. Like for example, in our area, in Cavite, we worked before with hand-drawn maps, and now we've helped the LGUs to have digitized maps, and that's it makes the response or the explanation about the risk areas easier, and we can update the maps faster.
Just because we're running out of time here, of course, if I'm not mistaken, started in 2007, at least the studies, and then all of the work happening. Is there a target date of ending, target year of ending in terms of completing all of your projects in the structural sense?
Actually, for this project ongoing now, we are starting just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And the target is a little bit longer. It's about 2029.
2029. Wow.
Yes.
Okay, long term. And you've been here for a long time as well.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You're
sir.
going to be here longer.
Yeah.
Again, thank you very much for your efforts. We really appreciate
Thank
everything you're
you.
doing for Cavite. I have family in Cavite in particular, so it's always great to see that the flooding situation there is being addressed and hopefully addressed effectively more soon. Thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Kaku and Ms. Mimi. Thank you for
Thank you
joining us
very
today.
much.